What is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Zedmont. That is Zedmont over there in that creator boost. I hate to start the videos that way, but it expires every 7 days, annoys the crap out of many peoples. Now, we are on my low-level account, and if you don't want to see low-level stuff, do check the chapters. There's going to be all sorts of goodness in this video. Operation attacks, PvP, warships, and everything in between. I think I already said that. So, we have two special guests right now. Critter Cannons, which are arguably one of the favorite troops in Boom Beach, and of course, the Speed Serum, which is #1 temporary gunboat energy in our hearts. It is amazing. My words are stumbling. It's so good. We're going to start out with Imitation Game because if you haven't tried Critter Cannons with Speed Serum, you are absolutely missing out. Watch this. At regular speed, they shoot pretty good. You get some critters coming out, but then you hit them with the good stuff, and look how many critters you get all at once. It is insane. Now, we are probably going to lose some troops here, but that's what diamonds are for. Not my typical go-to way of doing things, but these critter cannons are just absolutely insane. And how I discovered this was yesterday when trying to solo Redline. I'll show you that attack. Spoiler alert, I failed on the solo, which does happen. Trying to smoke Bombardiers and critter cannons, and that is a little bit of a spoiler right there. Do use these things with Bombardiers. If you are a low level with Zookas, they're acceptable. Grenadiers also work, but of course Grenadiers also destroy your critters, which is less than ideal. But with Bombardiers, it is an absolute match made in heaven. It is unstoppable, like absolutely insane. Obviously, Imitation Game Stage 2, not necessarily the best example for that, but stick around, we'll get to some good stuff. I gotta start with the training wheels just to get, you gotta walk before you run, or some other cliche we can throw at that. I am gonna use some GBE to clear some mines. Little bit worried about my Zookas walking over some mines. Critter Cannons, just like Grenadiers, just like not Bombardiers, just like Rainmakers, tend to miss a little bit, but don't necessarily clear all the mines, but my goodness, just crushing things. Even if there are rocket launchers in the back, your Zookas will generally... Oh, speaking of rocket launchers in the back, they've hidden one in their trees. A good idea typically, but you don't have a chance, Stage 3. I don't know if we've lost any troops yet. I'd be very surprised if we did. And the only way you're going to lose troops is if your troops wander willy-nilly and step on a mine. Because these critters just protect. Look at that. We've got so many critters just roaming and destroying all of the things. Do consider leaving the Zookas at home as well and just using all critter cannons on their own. They're also amazing. Maybe we'll do that for this one, actually. So 6 GBE each. We will send them over into here. I probably should have done this on Stage 1 instead of Stage 4, especially at a low level. Stage 4 or 5 is when things start to get a little bit interesting. Notice that I let those critter cannons get shot by that machine gun a little bit. That's going to get Kavan moving. Give your troops a little bit of damage. And this is where things are going to get very interesting. Thankfully, we can shock both those rocket launchers, getting them back there so that they can get some critters coming out. And look at how many critters come out on that Speed Serum. Now, just a note, in case you're not sure how Speed Serum works, Speed Serum makes your troops shoot way faster, but makes them do half as much damage. So you end up getting double damage by making them shoot faster. It's hard to, hopefully that makes sense. I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but just know that they shoot, I think it's 4 times as fast, but do half as much damage, so they end up doing twice the damage. With critter cannons, that is not a factor because they're not doing damage, so you end up getting all of the benefits with none of the downsides, and so at this point, we are just getting critters flying willy-nilly at this headquarters. They're flying at all of the defenses. What we're going to do is we're going to throw a smoke on to that engine room, that onto that headquarters, though, because we want to try and get as many critters as we possibly can onto that headquarters, and then you're going to see some ridiculous magic as soon as all of that smoke clears. What you can actually do is flash kill the headquarters using nothing but critters. It is crazy when it happens. You're going to see that here in a second or two. None of our critters are doing any damage to that headquarters. Around the headquarters, yes, they're doing a little bit to the flamethrower and the sniper tower, but watch this once this smoke finally clears. We've got approximately 176,412 critters on that headquarters, and watch this when it clears. Come on, don't make me a liar here. Oh, I didn't even. Okay, so a little bit anticlimactic, but look how many critters are around that headquarters. Absolutely insane. So that is where the Zookas come in. The Zookas, Bombardiers, whatever troops you mix with these things, the longer range, the better. You're going to be able to walk through these things because your critters are going to distract all of the things. Now, grappler should be a problem typically, but in theory, as long as our critters are coming out, shouldn't be a big deal. We're going to drop a shock there, Zuka, and then all the rest. And you guessed it, Speed Serum for days. Clearing some mines, trying to keep all of those critters bumping. That's going to distract all of the grappler and the shock launcher and everything in between. Just need to make sure that our Zookas don't get too far ahead, and I think we're done. Like, we could probably, actually, you know what? We could go, oh god, 3 times mode with Speed Serum. Just insanity. And typically a low to mid level would never go 3 times mode on stage 5. That's just showing how much power we're getting out of these troops. Please do go try it. I think Speed Serum ends soon, but we don't have a timer in the inbox for whatever reason, so I would just assume they're going to end very soon. And get on your horse, get these things deployed, get your Speed Serum going. We're going to shock that laser just in case it decides somehow to figure out a way to get to our troops, and then critters for days and days. Now, Microwaver is the best way to stop critters, but that's why we've got these Zookas coming in. Zookas giving us all sorts of good stuff as well. That rocket launcher off to the one side might, you know what, let's go 3 times mode. Let's live dangerously. All of the critters coming out all of the time. Kavan giving us, all of our Zookas are dead. Not overly surprising because we are on 3 times mode, and I think I just shocked that rocket launcher at the back. Oh man, I didn't even notice that our critters were destroying that headquarters back there. Lost all of our Zookas, but stage 6, to have all of our critter cannons still alive and take it down that easily is just silly. So if you've never beaten stage 6 before, if you've never beaten stage 7 before, whatever it might be, go get your troops out, get them rocking and rolling. I don't have the guts to go 3 times mode on this one simply because of Shock Blaster and Doom Cannon, but we will give it the old college try. Getting that shock out right about there, critter launcher, and then one more shock just to try to keep some of our Zookas alive. And the Zookas were for demonstration purposes. Obviously, if you have the GBE and the statues and the wherewithal to use all critter cannons, those work as well. This account is lowish level, which means that we need to save some GBE. We're also doing this unboosted for the demonstration purposes. By all means, boost all your statues. It gets even sillier. Power powder is a heck of a drug. It makes for a lot of fun. Shout out to Lolo on the YouTubes showing 3 boats of Zooka solo on Armadillo yesterday. There are lots and lots of ways to do Boom Beach, and I try and do it without powder simply because I can't keep up with my sculptor, but sometimes it's fun to boost as well. We are not gonna get in as far as one would like, so we're gonna try to get our GBE out, try to make that next attack possible, And our critter cannons are still doing good things, but all good things have to come to an end at some point. So stage 7, not quite as easy as the rest of the stages. We're using 102 diamonds. Speaking of diamonds, hopefully you are in a task force that gives you all sorts of free diamonds. Should be getting in the neighborhood of 23 diamonds a day. Now, we can walk. We're going to do it. We're going to go to the very back. I will show you why in a second. Zookas should be very close to safe there. Might have dropped a little bit close to that there. Rocket launcher, kind of what I expected, but was hoping that maybe I could sneak it in. Avoiding all of the innuendos about that one and sending our troops towards the back. We still have a bunch of Zookas left. I think we only lost one Zooka magically somehow. And we are going to go all the way back there. Do we have the GBE for it? I really don't know. I really do hope so. But in the event you start to run out of gunboat energy, there's always our good friends, the Shocks. But I think we've got enough to get back there. It's going to be super close. That left-hand side rocket launcher, I'd love to draw a circle around it. Uh-oh, sneeze coming. Where is my mute button? Oh, gosh. Okay, we're going to try to avoid sneezing and blowing. Okay, blowing your eardrums. So far, so good. I am fully a dad sneezer. Like, the entire universe potential starts to explode when I start sneezing. But nonetheless, dad jokes, dad sneezes, dad sounds. I don't know if you guys watch... oh, man, I already forgot the name of the show. Oh, man. Anyways, we'll carry on. It'll come to me at some point, so do stick around. All of our Zookas crushing that headquarters, which shows why it's generally better to hit it from the back anytime you can get behind the headquarters. Most bases are fully set up for that shore. We crushed all 7 stages, low levels. That might be boring for you. We'll move to something a little bit different, potentially more exciting right about meow. So this is my now low-level warship. It is using Rocket Choppas right about there. Quick note, if you're using Rocket Choppers, they need to have more troop damage. I did not have this troop damage back here, and 50% troop damage Rocket Choppas against 50% building health buildings is not a good time. You need to have at least 50% more, which, just a quick note, you'll see that building health right there is coming into play, but so are laser rangers. So Rocket Choppas may be going away. Rocket Choppas also, with mechs in front of them, are silly. So lots of fun things to go here. My Rocket Choppa hits have definitely suffered this season. I am not super great with them, but we'll do one. We'll do one for now. We'll see how that goes, and then we will carry on after the fact. So we are gonna get all of these guys over into here. This back one, we're gonna throw all of our GBE towards it, and then just hope and pray that our Zookas and Rocket Choppas, hopefully we don't have any Zookas, definitely don't want Zookas, because that means that one of our Rocket Choppas has died. Gonna get that back there just in an attempt to try to keep all of our Rocket Choppas alive, all of the barrages, and then just chilling out here, waiting for Bullet to hopefully get where we need to go. Come on, Rocket Choppas, get going. Slowly but surely getting all of our troops onto that final engine room as soon as we can, because we're flying low here. Let's get, that's a zipper reference maybe? Anyways, getting all of our troops. We're going to end up with about 257, 258. Got the extra tick. Decent. You can definitely do faster with Rocket Choppas though. Should be in that 303, 304, even up to 310. Our opponent is going with Rocket Choppas. They are just walking through all of the things. The Kamikaze Flare is coming, but they can't quite do that yet, thankfully. There it comes. That machine gun focused on Bullet. Bullet's taunt, so good. We have already won, though, and I'm pretty happy about that. So we are going to walk away from the Rocket Choppas. We'll come back with I told you I tried to solo redline. I'll show you that right here, right now. Where is my redline hit? Right about there. So why I tried to solo redline, there's only one shield gen right about there. There's still rocket launchers. There's still grapplers. So I decided to go towards the right. I do better walking towards the right. Also, there are more cells over on that back right-hand corner. I think there was like, let's just see if we can't see. No, we can't see how much health is on there. So clearing the mines with critters. I know that is something I tell you never to do, but I was thinking I could possibly BART out those rocket launchers depending. 2 smoke landing, always a 2 smoke landing on this layout. I have videos of how to do that if you need to see them. You'll notice that Grenadiers and and whatever those things are called, come on brain, critter launchers walk the same speed, which is super, super, super helpful. As you saw in the last video, Zookas don't walk the same speed, which is a little bit of a problem. Barbed wire, no big deal. Barbed wire has never killed a troop since they nerfed it. Super, super irrelevant. And now we want to get rid of this rocket launcher and this grappler if we can. That's why we're heading into that neighborhood. Losing some bombardiers there because I was a little bit sloppy and late. And then just watch how ridiculously, ridiculously fast all of those critters come out. Bombardiers are just chucking willy-nilly. And then we head back while that grappler is still active. I'll speed this up a little bit. Definitely lost too many bombardiers in that first little foray and that first chucking of bombs. But then look how many critters we have here. Just absolutely, absolutely going ham. I was a little bit worried about the critter launchers bringing out critters. Probably shouldn't have done that. Everspark's hacking things. Lost a ton of bombardiers, but still coming in hot. Those rockets and those grapplers are getting absolutely nothing because those critter launchers are dropping all of the critters and then just wrecking all of the things around the core, and then finally on the core, bombardiers hitting the core. But this grappler right here just ruining everything. Probably should have stuck around and cleared that before I flared towards the back. Getting that core down, but not gone. Pretty good, but not great. So do consider using this troop combo. It is so strong. Yes, you could probably mix medics in because they are on sale, but we don't have a need. You know what? Maybe we'll do that. We'll do brick and bombardiers and speed serum. And you know what? Let's just ignore those. Let's bring some more horsepower instead. I will do a live operation attack soonish, but unfortunately I've attacked all my ops, so I need to wait a little bit for another one to start. Let's clear some mines here. Critter launchers are going to be a bit of a pain, but don't worry because bombardiers don't do friendly fire, so we should be all good in that regard. Let's get all of this stuff out. Let's throw a shock there, and then speed serum all of the things. Battle orders at the same time. I can't remember if battle orders and Brick's abilities stack, but we don't care because double hotness, double speed, all of the ridiculous, ridiculous things. Like so silly. And yes, with Brick's battle orders, you do get a little bit more damage. With the speed serum, you get half the damage, so maybe they stack. I don't remember. It has been probably years since I've considered that question. Doesn't matter. We're all about the speed here, even if the speed actually is less good for us. We've got a couple bombardiers left. This base was very, very, very much front-loaded, and it doesn't matter because our bombardiers and critter launchers are just standing in. And obviously, they got 3 boosted ice at least. Could have hit this from the back, but there's no need. Leaderboard players are probably dying inside right now. It depends, though, because there's those ones at the top that are safe regardless due to all sorts of collusion and stuff. The players on the lower leaderboards probably hating this, but maybe you're struggling and this gives you the ability to beat people you couldn't beat. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been on that victory point leaderboard. Let's get one more shock out just because actually, you know what? After this hit, we're just going to go all critter launchers and see if we can't absolutely ruin some bases, because right now we're getting 4 boats worth of critters. 8 boats is at least twice as good. So walking through this, don't care about any of this stuff, but we might as well throw a shock just because you can shock all 4 of their rocket launchers with 1 shock, which by the way is a terrible base layout. Never ever set that up that way. Also notice that we are shocking our critters, which is less than ideal, but at least we've got brick standing in, all of our bombardiers as well. More speed serum, more speed serum, more speed serum. Let's go to 3 times mode because we really don't need to see this at regular speed when we can see it at 3 times speed. All of the critters just descending upon that headquarters. I keep trying to call it an engine room, but no casualties. Down it goes. Let's swap it out. We'll do 1 more with these things. Then I'll jump to my 6 engine room warship just because it is the easiest source of sad trombones, and we have not had a sad trombone yet this video. We are going to go with Kavan simply because why the heck not? By the way, Ice Shield pretty good with Kavan simply because it is instant, whereas shocks have to fly. No scout. Billy 787. Maybe Billy works for Boeing. They've got a bunch of prototypes, which is good. What do you got for statues? Couple ice. We're gonna go critters, all of these guys. 1 shock about there, and then speed serum, 3 times mode, speed serum. Just every time that speed serum comes up, we're just gonna keep hitting it. Don't care about anything else at the moment. Just need all of the speed. There's a good name for a racing game. Anyways, down goes the base, 0 losses, 3 times mode with speed serum. Just silly. I promised you we would get into my 6 engine room base. I jumped in here and you'll notice that I just went 6. Now, quick note, don't go 6 until you can get to building health, or you're gonna get absolutely demolished. Ideally, you go get that 3rd shock launcher as well, but I just couldn't handle not being in the 6 engine room level. Notice that I've fallen out of diamond. That is because of this log right here. Everyone else went to 6. I was a little bit later than some to get to diamond, so I was clinging by the skin of my teeth. We're gonna pause. You won't even know I'm gone. A base will magically appear in front of you. Okay, this is the base I came up with. Now, this base is from Mojo17. I went through the leaderboard, and I gotta say, I am severely out-teched. Everyone has 3 shock launchers. Lots of people have rocket launchers. People have shock mines. I am behind. So we are gonna see just how this is gonna go. I'm a lot bit concerned. We're gonna get those boom cannons upgraded just in case we run up against mechs. Wish me luck. This is basically guaranteed to be that sad trombone we were looking for. Gonna end this on a sad note, I assume, but nothing risked, nothing gained. Man, I am just full of cliches today. By the way, I couldn't find the last 2 of Joe's boom mines. So Joe, if you're out there, great job hiding your boom mines. I have no idea where they are. Maybe they're behind that middle engine room. I just gave up looking. Matchmaking this season is frankly awful. What are we gonna get? We got another 6 with basically the same base. Very similar. I am gonna get rid of this Shore shock launcher. Little bit don't like that one. They've got 50% building health. Definitely need to start scouting that again. Stopped scouting it, and then you go to barrage a shock launcher and it doesn't go down, which is a bad feeling when you think, hey, I'm golden, I just need 2 barrages, and then it's not 2 barrages. So we're gonna throw a couple smokes just to make sure Bullet gets back there. Sending out some of our Seeker pals, trying to clear as many mines as we possibly can. And then again, just trying to get Bullet in a decent spot where he can do something useful, because there is so much going on here, and my goodness. Seekers at the 6 engine room level split in all sorts of different ways that we're not used to seeing them seek, which is a bit problematic if you let it be problematic. And we've got an issue here that we've got all of our Seekers standing in, but they've got to come all the way back to here because we somehow let all of these guys die. So need to get that shock out, trying to get some Seekers onto that final engine room. 2 minutes, 56 seconds, maybe? I can't believe we managed to match someone who had 2 shock launchers. They had basically the exact same tech as us. Otterboy 007, what do you got for us? They are in fact using Seekers, and Bullet is about to die. They should... Oh, a lot of mines just happened though. Are they gonna fizzle? I think they are. So Mojo, big shout out to you for the base that did not let us down. We picked up A, a win, and B, a fizzle. Double happiness. That is pretty darn fantastic, except for the fact that Otterboy thinks they can still win somehow, some way. I've noticed a couple times this season where when their battle ends, if you're spectating, it's still going, but if you exit, it's not going, so maybe that's them force quitting or throwing their phone down or something. I am not going to claim this chest until I'm in Diamond, assuming I can get a couple wins. Let me know what you thought about this video, trying to mix in 2 different warships, only running 2 this season, which seems to be better for my crazy life schedule in fall, but also mixing in some imitation game, many troops, and just trying to let you guys know that that ability right there with critter launchers, so ridiculous, so much fun. I hadn't even thought of putting it on 3 times mode until I came in here, which made it even more ridiculous. And all you got to do, like I showed you there, is just keep clicking that Speed Serum button. And I wish we had the Speed Serum music to go with it, but I did not have enough foresight to do that. We're going to go around, claim some diamonds, get our supply chest, got to do all those details. And by the way, you don't get more diamonds while your map is full of them, even if you come back years and years later. So it is worth doing a little scan, finding those diamonds. Don't need to go look for dive spots anymore because you can just click. That's all though. I'm Zedmot. Thank you for coming in. Move my office around. Let me know what you think it looks like, how you think it looks. Better, worse, bad dad jokes. I'm Zedmot. Thanks for coming in. Peace.